Hello, welcome to the Kingdom YouTube channel. My name is Ivory, and if you want to know more about me, check out my Twitter at @Ivor_Y. In this video, we'll be going over how to create a chocolate text effect in Photoshop CC. To begin, let's open up a new Photoshop document with a height of 720 pixels and a width of 1280 pixels. For this video, we'll be using a font called Arco. You can find a link to where you can download the font in both the description and pinned comment below. If you choose not to use the Arco font, try and pick a font that's thicker so you have more room for your effect. Once you've either downloaded the Arco font or found your preferred font, type out the text you're looking to add to the effect. Next, double-click your new text layer and bring up the Layer Styles tab. First, go to Bevel and Emboss. For structure, set your style to inner bevel, your technique to smooth, the depth to 500 pixels, the direction up, the size to 20 pixels, and soften to 0 pixels. Next, for shading, set the angle to 120 degrees, global light to off, altitude to 50 degrees, the gloss contour to rounded steps with anti-alias turned off, the highlight mode to screen with the color white and an opacity of 50%, and lastly, set the shadow mode to multiply with the color black and an opacity of 50%. Next, let's add a bit more shape to our text and select Contour under Bevel and Emboss. Set the contour to Gaussian, the anti-alias to off, and the range to 20%. To finish off the bevel, let's add some texture. First, set the pattern to the waffle pattern. If you can see this pattern, click the gear icon at the top right corner and select Patterns before clicking Append to add it to your list. Next, set the scale to 100%, the depth to 3%, and link with your layer turned on. Now, let's add a little inner shadow. For structure, set your blend mode to overlay with the color set to white, the opacity to 100%, the angle to 90 degrees with the global light turned off, the distance to 3 pixels, the choke to 35%, and the size to 10 pixels. And for quality, set the contour to linear and the noise to 0%. Lastly, let's add a drop shadow. For structure, set your blend mode to multiply with the color black, the opacity to 40%, the angle to 90 degrees with the global light turned off, the distance to 10 pixels, the spread to 0%, and the size to 15 pixels. And for quality, set the contour to linear and the noise to 0%. If you have any further questions, leave a comment below and we'll be sure to answer it as soon as possible. If you enjoyed this video and would like to not only see them continue but improve in quality, consider supporting us on Patreon or Ko-Fi. Links in the description below.
See you next time.